Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhallow today. Towel on my head, so hopefully the volume doesn't go crazy or anything. Today is Wednesday, so of course we had a good old D&D session today. A pretty normal session as far as things go, to be honest. Nothing particularly crazy happening. Well, yes. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But yeah, nothing, in my opinion, was particularly crazy. Like, tame as things go, some discussions, sort of like setting the seeds of things to go, and some combat. I guess the combat was kind of amusing, but anyway. Good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 11:37 p.m. on Wednesday, September 18th, 2024, where I can talk about other things, which have happened recently, that I wanted to talk about, but I was too busy talking about a Scotland holiday. Oh, you know what? I can talk about Hot Pot. Because this is, well, it was like over 2 weeks ago now, crazy, but for my birthday, or on that weekend following, which was not, wait, did we go out on a Saturday or a Sunday? We went out on the Saturday, right, because we watched Book of Mormon, and there's no musicals playing in theatre on Sunday, or at least rarely. But for that dinner time, we went out with some friends to a place for Hot Pot. It's like a pretty popular place for Hot Pot, you know, it's like in London. Sorry, my fingers touch against it. It's like super busy, so you had to book in advance, which I did book in advance because I've been there before, and the person I went with my family before. And we booked in advance, and you know, I saw how many people wanted to get in but couldn't because they didn't have a reservation, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's go here, but I want to make sure that I book as well. Anywho, Hot Pot is it my favourite dish in the world? Is it like my favourite food to ever have? And the answer is probably not. You know, there's probably things I would definitely enjoy more, but I do like Hot Pot. Do I prefer it over like barbecue, like Korean barbecue, which is like we have a very sort of popular East Asian cuisine dining experience where you have to actively do something? I'm not sure. It's a good question. I think it depends what mood I'm in. I think probably, yeah, I actually do prefer Hot Pot over Korean barbecue or something like that now I think about it. As long as you order the right stuff, to be honest, and the right stuff a lot of the time tends to be those like thin sort of cuts of meat and some nice, you know, well, the vegetables here and there kind of depends up to your preference. I'm going to be honest, I don't have much sway over the vegetables one way or another, but a Hot Pot, I think it's nice. I think it's a fun thing because I guess it feels a bit more collaborative than Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue is nice as well, but I think Korean barbecue probably appeals to you a lot more if you're a big old, I don't know why I said big old, but if you're like a big meat eater, or anything like that, which I mean, like, I eat meat, but I wouldn't say it's like a thing where I'm just like, whoa, yeah, I've got to dig in some meat like all the time or anything like that. But yeah, we want to have a Hot Pot experience. It's not obviously my first time having Hot Pot. I had Hot Pot probably more times in China than I have had in the UK, but still, I've had Hot Pot numerous times. But I think it was most of my friends' first-ish times having Hot Pot, or one of their first times. I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, which was a very interesting experience for them. This place is quite nice. You have like 90 minutes to like eat or so. They have like these nice like separated booths. But what they have, which is cool, is they have like this tablet where you can basically order like all the things. And what you can also do is you can split the pot you have up to like 4 times to have like a different stock in each one of them. I'm not like that familiar with the stocks or anything like that because, again, this is the second time I've been to this restaurant or anything. So I was just like, oh, what can we have? And Hot Pot's kind of known for its chili. It's known for its like spicy flavouring. At least that's how I know it. And then it was just like, oh, my friends didn't want to have anything spicy. That's totally fine, by the way. You know, they don't have to. So we had a sukiyaki broth, which was actually quite nice. I've definitely never had it before. And then another one, which is like a very standard one. I can't remember. It was like some chicken and pork one. I can't remember exactly the details. Maybe it was like intestine. I don't remember. But it was basically just like chicken and pork, like vaguely. It was a stock or whatever. Sukiyaki, if you don't know, is like it's like a Japanese. I don't know what the exact details is, but it's like it's not quite the same as Japanese hot pot, which is shabu shabu, isn't it? Sukiyaki. I should probably know. Prepared and served in nabe mono style. Consists of meat which is slowly cooked or simmered at a table along. Oh, I guess it is kind of like a hot pot as well. I don't know what the difference between this and shabu shabu is, though. It's thinly sliced beef cooked simmered in a pot, I guess. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, that one is actually quite nice. And then, you know, I ordered some food as well. Like, obviously, you know, despite the fact that I have more experience with hot pot and that sort of thing, I didn't want to basically fully dictate what we ate at the hot pot restaurant. So definitely I was just like to my friends, hey, if you want to order something, absolutely, I'm going to just order some really basic things. And then we'll, you know, anything else that you see on the menu that you want to order, you can. So I ordered like 2 cuts of meat. I think I ordered shrimp and I ordered like some veggies as well. I can't remember what veggies I ordered though. I ordered, was it like, it was like one of a pak choys. I can't remember. It wasn't pak choy, but I don't know. One of it is Thai. Yeah, so nothing particularly crazy here. I'm just trying to remember what my friends ordered. It's been like 2 weeks. So it's not like quite on the forefront of my memory. So I'm just trying to sort of seek out the photo album right now. Oh yeah, my friends ordered some random stuff here and there. I think, oh no, I also ordered rice cakes because I love rice cakes. They also ordered, I think we ordered some, did we order tofu or did we order like fish balls or something? I can't remember. But one of the most interesting things that they wanted to order was something which they called black fungus or black mushroom, which is called like mora, I think in Chinese. Which I don't know what that literally means. I assume it means, I don't know which, let's see. Fungus, Chinese. Because I don't know which mora is. Wood ear. Okay, wood ear mushrooms, there you go. Which I'm not crazy about, to be honest. I find them fine, is what I'd say. My parents actually quite like them a lot. But they're just like a very sort of alright vegetable in my eyes. I don't think I'm particularly crazy. I don't go crazy for them or anything. If they're in my dish, yeah, I'll eat them. But we ordered them as well because they actually wanted to try it. And I was like, why not? I mean, like, I think it's a rather inoffensive one. What surprised me, though, is that they really, really liked that mushroom for some reason. Like, I don't say for some reason as if it's crazy or something, but it was like, they actually said it was like one of their favourite parts of the thing. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, you actually rate this higher than the meat, which is normally what people say is the highest part. And, you know, my friends do like meat. I mean, they like Brazilian barbecue, and I'm like, eh. Anyway, what was I going to say from this? I don't remember what I was going to say after this. Anyway, so we had hot pot and we cooked with stuff, and amusingly afterwards they said that it felt like a very stressful experience, you know, eating, which, you know, I don't get out of hot pot. Hot pot's like quite calming, if anything. Sort of just like a and you just sort of like put something in, you forget about it. You don't really like have to actively watch it. I mean, you just have to have like an innate sense, I suppose, in your mind of like when it's roughly done, and you like try and scoop it out to try and find it. But it's nothing particularly crazy in my mind. But of course, you know, your mileage may vary, and talking to my friends, they definitely found it. And they're kind of like half joking. They're not like super serious. They're not like, whoa, this is the most stressful thing I've ever done. But they're like, you know, there's an element of truth, I think, to the humour as well, where they're just like, whoa, this is definitely a bit more, maybe a bit more full on than they expected. I don't really know, to be honest. Anywho, I found that quite amusing afterwards. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. So if that's, you know, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. They all appreciated the novelty of it, is what they said, which is, yeah, cool. What more can I ask God, to be honest? Because it is a bit of a novelty, let's be real. Hot pot, not in a bad way or anything, just like it's an interesting sort of different experience, a different dining experience. Anywho, yeah, so we had some hot pot. It's pretty good. I've had hot pot quite a lot when I was younger, to be honest. Like in China, it's relatively common, unsurprisingly, because at least my grandparents used to live in a province called Sichuan, where I don't know if that's where I had hot pot the most. It might have been, I'm not sure. But definitely for one of the years, for my birthday, I celebrated it in China. And I went out with like my mum and my grandparents to a hot pot place, and it was honestly really good. I don't know if I have any pictures from that place, because I think this is back when I didn't really take many photos. I can look. I'm not obviously going to show you anything. Let me think. It would have been 2017, maybe? Was I in China then? September 2017. I guess not. No, so it must have been 2016, 'cause I'm pretty sure I was in sixth form. So see if I took any pictures. I probably don't have the pictures. I assume my parents would or something. Oh yeah, here we go, China. So strange looking back at this now. Oh, I took a couple of pictures of hot pot. I remember it was really delicious. They had like these chili things, which with chili dipping sauce, which was really nice. Maybe that's a thing as well, actually. Is that we didn't have the add-on for the dipping sauce. Sorry, I need to like readjust my I keep getting a bathroom dressing gown. My night robe. Oh gosh, sorry, that was my headphones just slamming across the table, hitting my water bottle. The hot pot was great. It's like a massive cauldron. It has this like, you know, some sesame oil you dip it into. I mean, you can get like other chili as well. I remember really liking it. Apparently we're drinking wine as well. I guess I had some noodles. Oh, that was another thing we ordered as well. Because noodles in hot pot super common. And I remember I was like looking at the noodles and being like, oh, let's order some for my friends. And I saw those instant noodles, and some of my friends really like instant noodles. I don't mind them. Like, I think instant noodles can be a lot of fun. I like them in camping, I suppose. So I ordered that and we put it in, and they were like, unironically, maybe like the best part of having hot pot. And you know, I can't fully disagree. Like noodles are pretty great, you know, which is crazy because apparently I didn't like noodles all that much when I was growing up. But nowadays I'm just like, yeah, noodles. Love noodles. Love noodles, me. And noodles and hot pot is great, and you know, I can't disagree that having some just like instant noodles, just pop it in my hot pot, you know, cooks in like incredibly quickly, probably like a couple minutes or something, and it'll be done, maybe even faster depending if it's fresh noodles or not. And when you eat it, and it's just like, if you choose the right broth, it's like, wow, love it. I also forgot, how could I forget, we ordered performance noodles, which I can't remember what they called it in the thing, but basically just like a guy came around to our table, he just like had some dough, and he just like basically spun it around, and that sort of thing, and stretched out at the same time. He would like whip it in your direction to almost hit your face, and you would be like, whoa, that's crazy. Obviously never really close enough to actually hurt or hit you, because I think that would be kind of, well, counter to the point, no? But yeah, he would like whip it back and forth, he would like twirl it around. He was basically just like a magician, I suppose, practicing the art of noodle dancing. Is how I could best describe it. And yeah, he would try and like whip it in your face, and it's meant to be a little bit scary, but obviously he's not going to hit you. If he does, well, I'm not going to say there's a lawsuit coming, because that's probably a bit excessive, but people would probably be a bit angry. At least you'd probably get the bill recompensated a little bit, and yeah, you can put them in, and cook the noodles super quick, because I guess they're like freshly stretched or whatever. And honestly, the guy looked really not bored per se, but like he's probably done this like the 100th time for today or whatever. Probably not the most interesting thing for him to do, but my friends also really like rose noodles, which I mean, I say this as if it isn't like obviously something that's like, I'm trying to think how to phrase this, but I was about to say they were just like handmade noodles or anything like that, so, you know, unremarkable. But I guess, you know, obviously because, you know, my father is very good at like cooking food and Chinese food, and he's made a lot of handmade noodles for me growing up. I'm kind of used to it, you know, handmade noodles of like, when you first eat them, I'm sure I was just like, wow, it's delicious, but then, you know, I had more of them, I'm just like, yeah, it just tastes nostalgic to me. But I guess that's also probably someone, you know, maybe like an Italian person going like, oh, it's just handmade pasta, when handmade pasta tastes divine. So yeah, are we going to go back to hot pot? Probably not too soon or something. I like it, but again, I think maybe we might try something different. Like we Might try like a more local hot pot. Like I've got like a hot pot somewhere. We have a friend who has like a hot pot, and she's been wanting to do hot pot for ages. So maybe we'll try like a local scale, do it at someone's house thing. I don't know. To be honest, I think it's a very different experience each time. Not each time, but this can be a very different experience. But I don't know. I like hot pot. To be perfectly honest. Is it my favourite like type of meal, I suppose? Maybe not. I do think barbecuing things is a bit more fun, but a hot pot I think is just it just kind of surprised me that they said they found it stressful. Again, in a jokey way. They didn't find it literally stressful. Like, would they find it as stressful as like taking an exam or something? No, of course not. Of course they would choose hot pot every single time. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe they wouldn't. But they presumably would choose hot pot over like many other things if it was like given the choice. But just like for a dining experience, I guess. But also that might just be because they're not as used to it. Who knows? It could straight up just be they've not done hot pot like a lot. They don't have like that too much of a sense of exactly when things are done cooking. Because at least to me, like hot pot is great because things can certainly get overcooked, but it's not really that big a deal. Things get overcooked. You can kind of leave things cooking for a long time. Case in point, I forgot they ordered this as well. They ordered sausages. More of a joke because one of my friends really likes sweet sausage rolls. But they ordered sausages as well, and the sausages, they were literally just hot dog sausages, so completely unremarkable and everything, but we left some of them in there for like a really, really, really far too long a time, to be perfectly honest. And they cooked fine, is what I'd say. They were just like super swelled up. Were they the most delicious thing in the hot pot repertoire? No, but they were just like a hot dog sausage at the end of the day, so they were still fine. We also ordered chicken feet, which I said to them, like, one of my friends, he saw it in the thing, he's like, we gotta order chicken feet, like, we gotta at least like try it or that sort of thing. And I was like, you can do. And I said, in my opinion, I wouldn't order chicken feet because I wouldn't have chicken feet at hot pot. Like, chicken feet is something I find fine. I'm not like crazy for it or anything, but it's also something which in my mind is like, you kind of need like a lot of good sauces or something on your chicken feet. You're marinating and cooking as well for it to like properly taste good. Hot pot doesn't get as much infused flavour, I think, into cooked meat, which is why you have all these like really thin meats. You dip things afterwards to really get that flavour, in my opinion. So I was just sort of like, it's a bit weird, but they were like, it's boneless chicken feet. There's like no better time to do it. Surprised it was not entirely boneless. It just meant like it was missing the main bone. It was missing like the bones in the toes, but it still had the main bone, which makes sense. Otherwise, it would just be chicken skin. And they were like, not my sort of thing. And I was just like, I'm not that like crazy about it. Because again, I would not order chicken feet at hot pot, but maybe you might like it more. I don't know. But yeah, hot pot. Oh yeah, the waitress also came round. She sometimes came around at really inopportune times, which made my friends very embarrassed if they were doing something silly. I can't remember, but there was one moment which we were just joking. It's like this waitress thinks we're completely incompetent or something. But I can't remember what we even did. Well, I say we did. I don't think I was part of it. I like to think, but maybe I was. What even happened? We asked the waitress what she liked. She suggested the bean rolls, which I actually put on of like a top up of like food, be like, oh let's get this, but she said, oh don't order that one, order this one, it's better. And I was like, oh yeah, makes sense. She said lotus fruit as well, which I think is fine as well. I'm not crazy about lotus fruit. I think lotus flavour is great. Lotus root, yeah, it's okay. Like as a vegetable to eat, it's fine. Is what I'd say. Depends how it's cooked, I think. How highly would I rate hot pot lotus root? Meh. Anyway, I think I'm out now. I'm going to round this episode up here. Hot pot's cool. Give it a shot if you get the opportunity. All the different variations, because I'm sure every single Asian country has their own variation on hot pot. And they all have their great sides, I'm certain. Not that I've had most of them, but still. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.